Well, thanks for joining me this morning at the WITN First Alert Desk. I'm Hannah Hutter.
I'm Dustin Staples. Welcome. This is your first rodeo
Isn't it?
Yes,
yes, it is. So excited to bring all things news related for you, and having Dustin with me to talk a little bit about the winter weather that we're going to be getting this weekend, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But first, we're going to go ahead and start with a Washington woman who's now facing multiple charges after warrants show she kicked a pregnant school resource officer in the stomach at a Beaufort County elementary school. Now, court documents show that 44-year-old Khadijah Muhammad was arrested Thursday by the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. Now, according to warrants, Muhammad went to the John Small Elementary School in an attempt to see her child, but the Department of Social Services has told her not to contact that child. The school resource officer at the school told Muhammad to leave multiple times, but she refused, according to warrants. Now, during the incident, the Washington woman kicked the SRO, who is pregnant, in the stomach, according to some documents. Now, Muhammad was charged with resisting a public officer, assault on a government official or employee, assault on a pregnant woman, second-degree trespass, and disorderly conduct at a school. She is being held in the Beaufort County Detention Center under no bond, with a first appearance set in court for today. And now, of course, everyone is talking about the winter weather that's coming up, and a lot of people are heading to the grocery store prepping for that winter weather. Now, this is some video from last night, and we are not live in Washington. Let me take that away. They were prepping last night. We do have some images of empty shelves, which I will hopefully get worked out here soon. But yeah, ahead of the weekend's winter storm, shoppers are hitting the grocery stores across Eastern Carolina to prepare, creating a few empty shelves. Bear with me as I'm still trying to get used to the desk. So for right now, I'll have images of the empty shelves at our next hit at 11, since I'm still trying to work out the kinks a little bit. But while I try to figure that out, Dustin, what are we expecting to see in terms of weather that everyone's kind of stocking up for?
Lots of snow. This is kind of the big name of the game, is the snow time as well. I think we hit 3. I think it is one of the. Try the other one. Yeah, 3. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. That's one of our graphs right there too. Reset that. I need to go back and look at me. I'm not even ready myself too. But anyway, our main focus right now is our first alert weather day. That's going to be kicking in as we go towards this weekend as well. So regardless of anything this weekend, you need to go ahead and get stuff done. Probably today is your day to be out there for that as well. Of course, the snow and of course those frigid conditions are making things quite unbearable at times to be out there. But here's what you can expect, obviously, as we go towards tomorrow. Again, good today. Most of the afternoon is going to be pretty fine as well. But obviously, going tomorrow morning, say right around 9, 10 o'clock, we're going to start to see some of that moisture start to move in and stay with us. We're going to get some dry slots in between with that as well. So definitely something to keep in mind. If you're not going to be seeing snow from, some of you may not see snow till late in the afternoon, but regardless of anything, wintry weather will continue to be at play. We're still seeing a good, 3 to 8, as we're 4 to 8 really, so we're going to aim down our snow totals with that. Roads are going to become an issue later on in the afternoon. I know a lot of church services are already going for tomorrow morning to be adhesive of Sunday, so be mindful of those places if you are doing that. But behind that, it's this very, very frigid cold air that's we're seeing with that too. Obviously, the conditions here are winter weather impacts. You kind of see there for everybody, moderate to major impacts expected there through the whole weekend. So unfortunately, you'll be seeing a weekend of watching for a lot of conditions to deteriorate. Wind alerts are up now for portions of High, Terrell, and Dare in Washington, as well as Pamlico and Carteret counties, as well as a high wind warning down towards eastern Carteret County, as well as portions of the Outer Banks. They could see wind gusts between 40 up to 60 miles an hour, and those winter storm warnings have now been upgraded as expected to be all the way through the weekend. So those may be allowed to expire a little early. There's also 2 different cold weather alerts issued. There's cold weather advisories into effect tonight, and then cold weather watches will take an effect going into Sunday night through Monday morning, because temperatures are going to be getting very, very dangerously cold out there. So again, something to be mindful of as you're doing that. kind of a rough estimate. Again, we've made some adjustments to this map. We thought we'd have to do this again. Hopefully this is maybe the last time we do this here for some time, but a good 4 to 8 inches, we're 7 inches really inland spots. We could clip roughly, closing in almost to a foot almost for the Outer Banks. Again, snow drifts are going to be becoming a problem out there, so anything that's going to be blowing around is going to be staying around for a few days to come. So get ready to kind of hunker down for a little bit, but we'll time things out for you today. We're good. We're just cold out there. Clouds, yes, but really not much expecting precipitation. Maybe a flurry here or there, but as we go towards the overnight hours, we may start to see a few flurries moving in, but the bulk of the moisture, you see those dry slots, I'm telling you about that already. They're already 6, 7 o'clock, so you might not be seeing snow really come down until after 10, 11, maybe some heavier snow bands along the Outer Banks there, which is going to enhance those snow totals come about. So just be very vigilant. If you have to head out tomorrow, if you don't have to head out, stay indoors. Snowing all the way pretty much until sunrise to sunset Sunday, and then so definitely going to be seeing a white wintry mist all the way around. Eventually the Outer Banks will turn over to all snow there later in the afternoon. So or later mid-morning, by the afternoon, 12 o'clock, most of this is gone. Now looking ahead here to your winds forecast is why we're watching again. Those snow drifts can be ruled out. Some higher wind gusts tomorrow morning can be ruled out of the question. 20 to 30 mile an hour sustained winds. So very windy conditions expected here along the coastline. So again, if you do have any outdoor activities you want to be mindful of those, just put a pin in them. Just stay indoors. That's pretty much all I got to say with that. Possibly again getting close to tropical storm gust wind for some folks along the Outer Banks. So relatively very windy with that too. I will say though, the nice thing about this is with it being a powdery snow and it's going to be blowing everything around, again, the power outages can't be ruled out, but we're not going to be seeing a heavy wet snow as we would for some spots. But the wind chills also down to the teens and the negative digits, early single digits on Sunday morning. So just downright bitter cold, and that's why those cold weather alerts are in place here. By going to Tuesday night, we start to see a little bit of a warming up, called 35 warm compared to 0 degrees almost there. Being generous with that, but best chance of snow comes late Saturday afternoon all the way through Sunday morning, and then that cold air just sticks around till about Tuesday. So unfortunately, the way things are going, we are not going to be seeing improved conditions probably till Wednesday for a lot of folks, because we have rain coming in. We're going to be above freezing. That'll help melt any melting process taking place through Monday and Tuesday, if any takes place. So finally getting out of this frozen tundra is a good way to describe it. So other than that, get ready for a snowy weekend. And
the snow, is it going to be snowman making snow or snow angel making snow?
Snow angel making snow. Now, I will say when it does freeze over Sunday night into Monday morning, you might be able to make some hard-packed snowmen, maybe even some little igloos, little baby igloos if you're lucky you can get them. Probably not that extent though, but no snowman making probably till after Monday, Tuesday. Once it refreezes overnight, it gets a little hard compact.
Gotcha. Well, it'll be great to play in regardless, I'm sure, for all the kids and families out there. Well, thanks, Dustin, and thank you all for joining us for the 10 o'clock First Alert Desk news and weather update. We will be back with more weather coverage, more news for you at the top of the hour, and thanks for joining us.